What is going on, guys? John here from John's Fishing Channel. Thanks for tuning in. Got a special episode for you today. I'm on a small, tiny little lake in northern Wisconsin with Kenobi and Thor. Who's a little doodle bear? Are we fishing? We're fishing, big dog? Oh yeah, we're fishing. And it should be a great day. It's the first time I've brought Kenobi out fishing with me since the last time I was in the middle of the lake. He jumped out and swam back to the dock, so you know I hadn't really brought him fishing, but he seems to really be enjoying it today. Thor loves to be out in the boat. Today I will be fishing for smallmouth bass as well as some walleye, so it should be pretty exciting. I'm really looking forward to fishing today. I'm out in a friend's boat and on his lake, and it should be pretty good. It's a little breezy, but I'm going to try to fish the protected spots, some of the sandy beds where the smallmouth should be spawning, and we should just catch a lot of fish today. I'm really looking forward to it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be trying is just a shiner minnow. Oh, got a bite or some weeds, I'm not quite sure. I also have rubber worms set up. Thor, you better settle down. The fish can hear you jingling. Sit. Bam! Look at that. Holy smokes, John. Holy crap. Holy crap. Get in the net. Oh, boys. Woohoo! I hope this camera's on. If it's not on, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh yeah, that's a John's Fishing Channel first. Look at the size of that walleye. Holy crap. It's been a long time since I caught a fish like this. And the thing about walleye is look at those teeth in there. So you don't want to put your finger in this fish's mouth, because he's got some serious teeth. But I should probably take a picture of that. I mean, holy crap. That is a gigantic walleye. I mean, it's not gigantic, but for me, that's pretty big. Thor? And that's a walleye. So, let's see, I just took a selfie. That's a big fish. Wow. You know, I'd keep that if I would have known the walleyes were biting so good today. You know, it's a fish that I definitely would have kept and brought home to the cooker. But I'm gonna come back out here later today to fish at night, and I'm gonna bring a stringer with me or a live fish trap, you know, so that's something I can definitely do. Beautiful day out. It's about 75 degrees, 60% humidity. It's been raining the last 3 days. So last night it was pretty nice, and today's been the first warm, sunny day for a few days. And I think that's activated the fish just a little bit. Walleye tend to be a little bit of a more cold weather eating fish. You know, they prefer 60 to 70 degree weather and sometimes 50 degree weather and colder water. They're usually in deep water, but I think now they're up spawning. I don't catch a lot of walleye. Honestly, that's the first walleye I've caught in a few years. Actually the second one. I caught one before I started filming. But they're fantastic fish. They're really fun to catch. You can go up to Canada and catch gigantic ones, you know, like, I mean, over 30 inches, and they're just huge. 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds. The world record, I think, might be 18 pounds. I don't know, that could be completely wrong, but I feel like it'd be close to that. And they're fantastic fish. They're fun to catch. They're great to eat. They're one of the most prized fish sought out after people who actually eat fish. You know, walleye is one thing that they prefer to eat around here because it's absolutely delicious. If I catch enough to eat, I will make a how to cook walleye video for you guys and upload that at some point. But I was thinking about bringing my friend out here and his kid who just loves to fish, and we were probably going to come out here, catch a few walleyes, take them home and eat them, because I heard the walleyes were biting from a friend of mine, and he was right. They are. I might be too far out. So I might pick up anchor and move just a little bit closer, see what happens. I'm also going to switch to a rubber worm here in a minute, see if I can catch anything on that. Okay, so these are some power baits that I have that'll actually probably work pretty good for walleye and bass. You know, the walleye tend to chase stuff down a little bit more in open water and eat it, whereas smallmouth will, you know, they tend to pick stuff up off the bottom more. See, look at that. That was almost instantaneous. I'm not sure if this is a bass or a walleye, but I mean, that was instantaneous, folks. It feels maybe like a walleye to me because of the way that it's fighting. Smallmouth tend to pull a little bit more aggressively, and they really want to get away from you. No, it's just a smallmouth. Tell you what, this is the first smallmouth bass I've caught in a few years. Well, I guess I caught a couple last year. Ow! But he really liked that. So you can see the smallmouth compared to the largemouth. These are a little bit browner. Sometimes they have black stripes on them. Large vertical stripes, but they're really a fun fish to catch. Alright, so I switched over back to my Rapala shiner minnow, and one thing I forgot to mention is there's a pretty healthy population of shiner minnows that reproduce and spawn regularly in this lake every year, so there is just a lot of minnows in the entire lake. So that's really probably what I should be using because it's the most realistic bait. Here we have, I don't know if it's a bass or a walleye yet. I'm assuming it's a bass, smallmouth bass, a little bit bigger than the last one that we had caught. Kenobi's taking up position in the front of the boat. Smallmouth are a lot more aggressive than largemouth as a whole, so you really want to be careful and to make sure you don't get this hook stuck in you because they will flop and flop and flop. I've been bitten by a smallmouth once. You know, it was kind of funny, but at the same time, I mean, it just goes to show how aggressive these little guys can be, but it was hilarious. All right, there's another smallmouth, a little bigger than the last one. Nice fish. I can see him in the lake, and that is a fantastic, another fantastic. Ah! Oh, you almost got my rod, walleye. That's another beautiful walleye, Thor. Even Kenobi gets up for that one. Oh my gosh. That is just fantastic. Holy crap. God, that's a nice walleye. I should be keeping these. But I have a feeling, my friend said they've been biting like nuts, so he said there's no rush to get out here and catch them. They're feeding. Get a little vlog footage here. There's a fish. Bam. You know, this is fun because I don't know what these are. I mean, I have no idea. The bass aren't really fighting too hard, and you know, walleye are just kind of intermittently biting, and it's just fun to catch fish, and you know you're not going to just catch largemouth the whole day, or you know, walleye the whole day, or small. This looks. Oh man, there's another smallmouth following this one up. That's another thing about smallmouth. One of my favorite things about smallmouth is they school up relatively. You know, it's commonly. So when you catch one smallmouth, 2 or 3 will always kind of follow that smallmouth being chased down the hook because they're waiting for food to fall out of this fish's mouth and they want to eat it. And I mean, they're actually that aggressive. So they're very aggressive. They feed a lot, and you know, they're fun to catch. And they're, like I just said, they're a cold water fish. So are walleye. But he brought a couple friends. You know, we haven't caught anything too big yet, but hopefully we get a bigger one here in a minute. Alright, so I think we got a bass on here. But another fish, and hopefully we can get him back to the boat. Thor and Kenobi. Kenobi doesn't get too worked up about fish, but Thor goes nuts. Right, Thor? So it looks like we got a smallmouth. Oh boy. Could be bad news for you, buddy. Yeah. Oh man. Well, smallmouth are some of the most resilient fish, so hopefully he makes it, but I did hook that one in the gills. little bit of blood on my hand, but hopefully he'll be okay. Alright, so we just got to the new spot. I got my line wet and hooked a fish on the first cast. Baby, the first cast, we fell in love and I hooked you with my rapper love. Now you're coming to my boat for a date with me. And it's another smallmouth. A little bit nicer than the other one. Ah! So aggressive. Stop it. It's actually a nicer fish. Hey. There we go. Are you back in there? You have a good day, sir. Thank you for serving your lake proudly. Fish on, ladies and gentlemen. Thor and Kenobi, I got a fish, looks like a bass. Alright, another smallmouth in the boat. Kenobi's licking his wiener. Fishing in dog porn. Yeah. Hey. You know, that one was covered in little black specks. I'm not sure what they are. Bam, baby. Tell you what, this Rapala Shiner is certainly becoming my favorite lure of the year thus far. See, this one you can see a little bit more stripes in the sun. Well, kinda not, but excuse me. Go ahead and get you back in the water as fast as possible. Alright, got another customer in the John's Fishing Channel store checkout line, where all things are on sale for one fishing lure. What do you think, Thor? Got a fish on? Fish on, Thor. Fish on. A little bit nicer of a smallmouth. Ah, man, just about got that hook. See, you gotta really, these things, gotta be careful with them. They're aggressive. It's one of the reasons I really don't like fishing with treble hooks. Thor licks the fish. Just give him a little kiss before he goes back into the water, yes? And how we pet you with all the fish slime. That'll make you happy. See what we got here. Another smallmouth. Hey. Like I said, one time I actually got chewed on by a smallmouth up on Lake Superior, which I've made a video about fishing before. They have very large smallmouth, and I caught one once and I had to revive it. You know, I let it go in the water and it swam away and kind of flipped upside down, so we grabbed it with the net. I put it back underwater and I was reviving it, and its mouth was opening and closing and opening and closing, and I put my thumb in there and bastard bit me, and it was like, ah! I mean, you know, it freaked me out because I've never been bitten by a fish before. It didn't really hurt, but it was a good chomp, and he swam away right after that, so I hope he's enjoying life. So I don't know if you can see what this is. It's a little snapping turtle. Hopefully it doesn't try to bite me. But he was just floating along in the lake and I picked him up with the net, and that's hilarious. He's tiny. That's a cup holder. That's how small he is. But I'm gonna take a couple pictures of him and then let him go. Well, that's a neat way to end a fishing video. Catching a snapping turtle. Kenobi actually ran off into the woods again and he didn't come back, so I waited for about 15-20 minutes. It was just fishing and I saw that little turtle. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Doing a little walleye and
smallmouth bass fishing today. It was really awesome. I'm gonna head into town, get some groceries, and throw the other boat in the other lake and do a little fishing. It should be pretty fun. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with more fishing from me, John.